Hi everyone, my name is Zara Durrani. Welcome to Z Talk. I'm here at Monica Blacar's studio in North Vancouver at the Make and Break Art Foundation with the beautifully talented Vicki Lynn Rae. I was doing some research on her and we did a little piece on her on our website, Life and Style with Zara, and I was really drawn to your art. Like Monica's shown me a lot of artists who are going to be part of the Art World Expo, and I was very moved by your art. Now I want to learn to paint. Okay, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
So this is a piece behind you over here, and it's funny. Did you decide to match today, pink and black?
I think it just happened.
It just happened. Okay, so the pink and black in your painting totally matches what you're wearing today. So tell me about your process. When did you start painting, and tell me about that.
I started as a child drawing and drawn to art and creating. And I started painting, I think, when I was 15, 14, 15, somewhere around there.
Okay. Yeah. And you studied in Italy?
Yeah, I went to a fine art school in Italy for 6 months after graduating high school.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Now, in your pieces, like also like this gorgeous piece that I'm seeing over here, I have to show it to you. Isn't that stunning? So, do you dance as well?
Yeah, I've been taking ballroom and Latin dance for the past 3 years or so, on and off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that shows in your work. So tell me about how art and healing come into place in your life and how that has affected your life. Now, I know a little bit about your story by reading on your website, but for our viewers, would you like to share some of that?
Sure. I got sober 7 years ago, and I was painting before that, and I continued to delve more into my art as a way to get through the healing process and work through emotions. And
is this something that you recommend to people, that perhaps even like day to day, or even, you know, if someone's feeling stressed out or anxious, like would you recommend for them to, you know, even if you're not creating like a beautiful little masterpiece over here, for them to just paint or draw?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Do you teach?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No.
I should come. I should come to your little studio.
Yeah. A lot of people suggest that to me, so maybe that's a path I'll take.
I think you should. Tell me about this piece over here.
This one came about because of a few things. First of all, 2014 is the year of the horse.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, so I was inspired by that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been studying sacred geometry, and that this is a seed of life here.
Okay, I wonder if we can see. Yeah, we can see that. Okay, good.
And yeah, I don't know everything about that, but I'm very interested in it, and spirituality and things come into play into my art a lot. So.
Do you do yoga?
I do, yeah.
I teach.
Do you?
Yeah. And that one over there, so I notice a lot of pinks and blacks, which is very interesting because black is so strong and it can be so masculine, but also a little bit introverted, and then pink is so soft and feminine, and you're dressed in pink and black, and it reflects in your work.
Yeah. It's a cool observation, because I like the whole spectrum of emotion and the light and the dark side of life, not to be scared of either side, going into the depths and coming out and then experiencing joy and lightness. And so, yeah, it's a good contrast, and I guess, yeah, it reflects in my art. And I was telling you before, I paint intuitively, so...
So what do you mean? For people who don't know, what does that mean, painting intuitively?
Intuitively, it's like no mind, like come to the canvas with as little plan as possible.
Oh.
And then I just...
Do you listen to any music? Do you meditate before you do that? Do you dance before you do that? Or you just
I walk a lot,
okay.
Long walks, and I usually paint at night.
Okay.
I think because it's quiet and I can just be by myself, and yeah, I listen to music and I let my mind kind of try and empty, and I just paint.
Do you like feel like you empty your mind on the canvas?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I want to paint. Like, I get these urges, and especially we have really beautiful little forest in our backyard, and, you know, with the sun shining, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put a little beautiful, like, not a small, I also watched this movie. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It was nominated for an Oscar this year. It's called Cutie and the Boxer. And this 80-year-old Japanese man who lives in New York, and he boxes, and like he has these gloves, and he's got sponges on his gloves, and he has like these big giant sized canvases, and that's his process. And, you know, and what's sad is that he hasn't really seen much. Actually, he's famous in New York, but he hasn't sold any of his work in New York, but mostly in Japan. Nothing's been sold in the US, but hopefully this film's going to change that. But it was interesting to see his process, and I was like, okay, I'm so gung-ho. I'm going to, like, come to see Monica and get some art classes. Awesome. Well, are you on Facebook, Twitter? You have a website?
Yep.
Okay, so you want to tell people about that?
Yeah, my website is VickiRae.com.
Okay.
VICKIRAE.
You didn't find Vicki Lynn Rae?
No, I wasn't using my middle name at the time. So.
Okay, all right. Maybe you'll get one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Facebook and Twitter is Vicki Lynn Rae, though.
Okay, good. And you have like a fan page, Vicki Lynn Rae?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So people can find Vicki Lynn Rae on Facebook and Twitter, and make sure to check out her website. If you want to meet her in person, she is going to be at the Art World Expo, the 4th annual Art World Expo, happening this year at the TELUS World of Science on May 2nd, 2014. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you for this.